to start katakoda uh, JIT versioning control practical series. I'm going to start the course. In here we learn JIT version control using interactive browser-based scenarios. We have six. We have 9 scenarios in this course. I'm going to start first one. The first one is committing files. In here we are going to learn how to initialize responsibility and start committing files. Uh, in this scenario, you will learn how to initialize a new JIT responsibility and commit files into version control. Version control allows you to record changes to file or set of files over time, enabling you to go back to a specific version if required. JIT is a distributed version control system. This means that instead of having a snapshot of the latest files, you have a complete mirror of the repository on your local machine. The repository keeps track of the images, when they occurred, and who by. Having the complete repository on your local machine reduces delays due to network traffic and enables you to continue working when disconnected. Uh, this snap, this scrapbook environment being with GT board. For more information on installing JIT, you can go to this link. Now I'm going to start this scenario. To store your patient control, you need to create a set array. Going call.JIT is created. This subdirectory contains the metadata that JIT store information. On our repository, we have a subdirectory called .JIT. It's a hidden subdirectory. JIT status. When directory is part of repository, it is called a working directory. A working directory contains the latest download version from the repository, together with any changes that have yet to be committed as you're working on a project. All changes are made in this working directory. You can view which file have changed within your working directory and what's been previously committed to the repository using the command this JIT status. JIT status branch master initialize commitment. Hello.chase. The output of this command is called the working tree status. Prototype. Pro tip. Pro tip. All files are untracked by JIT until it's been told otherwise. The details of how is covered in the next step. JIT add to save or omit file into your JIT repository. You first need to add them to the staging area. JIT has three areas: working directory, staging area, and the repository itself. Working directory, staging area, and the repository itself. Users move, otherwise referred to as promote, changes from the working directory to a staging area before committing them into the repository. One of the key approaches with JIT is that commits are focused, small, and frequent. The staging area helps to maintain this workflow by allowing you to only promote certain files at the time instead of all the changes in your working directory. The task you use the command this JIT file to add hello world.js to the staging area. Going to add hello world.js to the staging area. Working directory, staging area, and the repository itself. If you make additional changes after adding a file to the staging area, then the changes will not be reflected until you add the file again. As described in step 2 JIT status. Command allows you to view the state of both the working directory and the staging area at any point in time. JIT status. JIT commit. The fourth step is JIT commit. Once a file has been added to the staging area, it needs to be committed to the repository. The command is JIT commit message moves files from staging to the repository and records the time, date, author, and commit message that can be used to add additional context and reasoning to the challenges such as bug report number. Only changes added to the staging area will be committed. Any files in the working directory that have not been staged will not be included. Use cheat. This command moves files from staging to the repository and records the time and date, author and commit message that can be used to add, such as bug report number, git ignore. Sometimes there are particular files or directories you want to commit, such as local development configuration. To ignore these files, you create git ignore files to root of the repository. The git ignore file allows you to define wildcards for the file you wish to ignore. For example, with extension .tmp. Any files matching file wildcard will not be displayed in git status. Don't know when attempting to git the git. This scenario has explained how you can initialize a repository and then commit files to it. In the next scenario, we'll investigate how to compare and commit changes to these files. In future scenarios, we'll cover how to share these changes with other people. Has been this scrap scenario has been added to your scrapbook where you can review the example and commands you executed. Now we are moving to a second scenario, that is committing changes. In here we are going to learn how to compare and commit changes. Uh, Building on the previous scenario here, you will learn how to view changes in your working directory and commit them to your repository. This environment has a Git repository with the command committed file. In the working directory, a change to the committed file exists, and uncommitted file. In future scenarios, we'll cover how you can undo changes and share commits with other people. Start scenario. Uh, the first step is Git status. As discussed in the previous scenario, Git status allows us to view changes in the working directory and staging area compared to the repository. Given in the current repository running Git status, this command, it displays that change has been made in our working directory to previously committed file, committed.js, but has not yet been moved to the staging area. Uh, Step 2 is git diff. The command git diff enables you to compare changes in the working directory against previous version. By default, the command compares the working directory and hit commit git diff. If you wish to compare against an older version, then provide as parameters, for example, git diff commit. Commits will output the changes of all the files modified. If you the changes to a single file, then provide the name as arguments such as git diff commit.js. Git diff commit.js. By default, the output is the combined diff format. The command diff tool will load an external tools of your choice to view the differences. Git add, that's step 3. And the previous scenario, in order to commit a change, it must first be staged using git add command. Task to proceed for stage you change using git add. If you rename or delete files, then you need to specify these. The fourth step is stage differences. Once the changes are in the staging area, they will not show in the output from this git diff. By default, you can see it. Git diff. By default, JIT will only compare the working directory and not the staging area. To compare the changes in the staging area against the previous commit, to provide the stage parameter. If this is the parameter, this enables you to ensure that you have correctly staged all your changes. The sixth step is git show. While git log tells you commit, author, and message to view the changes made in the commit, you need to use the command git show. Author scrapbook git to do. Like with other commands, by default it will show the changes in the head commit. Use git show to view all the changes. This exercise has demonstrated how you can view your changes and commit them to the repository. In the next scenario, we'll investigate how to share these changes with other people. This exercise has been added to your scrapbook where you can review the example and code you written at any point. That's a summary of this exercise. Now we are moving to next scenario.